Hey, booty kickers, welcome back. This week, I am taking you into one of the deepest, darkest, and yet most beautiful milestones of my entire career. Are you ready? So, to take you into this story, I have to give you a little bit of background. At this point, I was at the height of my dance career at that time. I was literally living my dream, and it was amazing, until it wasn't. Until out of nowhere, my body began to shut down and various systems in my body started shutting down. And I had been plagued with knee injury since I was 16. That got a lot worse. Completely popped my lower back joint, my sacroiliac joint out in a rehearsal doing a simple arm move. I had sprained ankles for 6 months because every time I got out of bed, I re-sprained them. And I was watching my dream that I had worked hard for my entire life, that I was living, day by day, slip away. And it was one of the hardest seasons of my life. During that time, one of my friends in the company, my friend Rodney, shout out to you, was choreographing a piece to Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls. I loved that piece. I loved the choreography, and I needed that piece. That piece became my anchor. When my body was falling apart from what I now know was adrenal fatigue and all kinds of things, not to mention perfectionism and eating disorders and the ramifications of all of that had compounded for years and years and years and suddenly came exploding to the surface. When it seemed like everything I had found, my life, my passion, my dream, my identity, and everything I had worked tirelessly for was falling apart. And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand. When everything's made to be broken, I just want you to know who I am. That piece became my anchor. From every rehearsal to every performance, every time I heard the song, that song was literally my anchor to keep going when it felt like my whole world was falling apart. And I adored it. Fast forward to about 6 months later, it was now the fall, and my body was way too broken to dance anymore. I was the girl pressing play on the CD player in the back of the room, watching another dancer in the company learn my part in the Iris dance. Whew. I can feel the emotions just telling this story all over again. By the end of that rehearsal, I was done. I collapsed into a weeping mess in the corner. My anchor was gone. I had nothing left. No reason to keep going anymore. And I just began to spiral and spiral and spiral. In that moment, my dear friend Lacey walks over to me and says, "Hey, Rach, what's going on?" "I just want to quit. I just want to quit. I can't do it anymore. It's too hard. It's just too hard. I can't do it." "Okay, you want to quit? So do it. Just walk out that door and never come back. That's all you have to do. No one's keeping you here." "It's just hard. I just can't do it." With a lot more weeping than that. And Lacey kept going. "Why don't you quit? Just walk out that door and never come back. Nobody's keeping you here. What's wrong? What's going on?" And then she looked me in the eyes and said something I will never forget. "I know what's going on. There's a voice rising up inside of you saying, 'You can't make me quit.' That's right, and don't you ever forget it." And friend, believe me when I tell you, I firmly believe with my entire being, that night, Lacey's words of tough love, real friendship, truth, probably saved my life. My road to healing was only at the very, very early stages of beginning. And it would be a lot longer for me. And yeah, there'd still be depression, and there'd still be some suicidal thoughts. But every single time, I would hear her words, and I would echo them back. You can't make me quit. I have lived them in life. I have lived them in business. I have lived them when I didn't know how much life I had left to live. I have lived them through recoveries from surgery. I have lived them through painful times in friendships and relationships gone sideways. I have lived them more ways than I can count. You can't make me quit. There I was, a sobbing mess on the floor, saying what I wanted more than anything was to quit, when the actuality was that couldn't be farther from the truth. You see, I'm not a quitter. I'm not a quitter. I don't give up when things get hard. And I am forever grateful to my friend Lacey, who loved me enough that day, not to just comfort me, but to remind me who I am and that you can't make me quit. So if you need this reminder today, maybe you're going through something that seems so hard. Maybe it's your pain in your body, which we can help with, by the way. Maybe it's just a really challenging time in your life. Maybe you've just been feeling like your life is spiraling out of control. I get it. I see you. I hear you, friend. Do you hear that voice rising up inside of you today? You can't make me quit. Let me echo the words of my dear friend Lacey to you. That's right. And don't you ever forget it. You can't make me quit. There's so much more I could say, but I think I'll leave you with that today, because maybe for today, that's the nugget that you need. You know what's absolutely mind-blowingly incredible to me is that night has stayed with me my entire journey. Those words, that friendship. And at the time of this recording, just yesterday, I got to see Lacey and actually dance for the first time in over 20 years. Watching her do and shine in one of the many things she does best, which is not only dance, but teaching. I got to take class with her, which was incredible. And let me tell you, I am so blessed that ours is a pick right back where we left off friendship. You know, dance friendships are special. They're different. You know, people talk about military friendships, and that's true. And I think a lot can be said for that in the dance world, too. And I am blessed with some amazing dance friends. If you know, you know. And of all those amazing dance friends, I don't think anybody has had as lasting an impact on my journey as Lacey and those 3 words. So I hope that has encouraged you today. I hope that has given you just some fuel to keep going on your journey, maybe even some food to think about. And also, this is a little appetizer, because not only did I get to see Lacey yesterday, but she's coming on the podcast real soon. And I wanted to tell this story first to let you all know the amazing woman she is. And I cannot wait for her to share the rest of her story with you. So stay tuned for that, coming to the episode soon. And like I mentioned, if what you are going through right now that you can't make me quit is physical pain in your body, I would love to help you. Please reach out. Send me a DM at Booty Kicking Ballerina on Instagram, or check out my website, bootykickingballerina.com. And let's get you healed from the inside out so you can keep kicking booty and doing what you love for a lifetime. And with that, I'll catch you on the next episode. Keep kicking it.